Tomorrow, Princess Peach Showtime hits Nintendo Switch, but there's another game that seems to be stealing the spotlight as we get closer to Nintendo's next first-party release. So today we gotta talk more about what is going on with Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, and some interesting topics around this game in particular, because I think what's going on with this game signals something that Nintendo might look to be doing in the future as well, as we get more and more of these GameCube and other ports hitting Nintendo Switch. So what's up, Waluigi? Trent from Trentendo. Today we gotta talk about what is going on with Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, because there is some interesting stuff going on outside of the whole pricing debacle that people seem to be wondering about, you know, with Nintendo's inconsistency of how they've been pricing these GameCube games. So before we hop into all this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video so you guys are kept up to date with everything going on here at Trentendo. Let's see if we can get 20 likes on this video. It really does help, I appreciate it. Without further ado, let's hop right in. Now, as I mentioned, there has been some interesting debate on how Nintendo is decided to price these ports that they have been bringing over to Nintendo Switch, specifically with Paper Mario and with Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Now, if we compare these to the previous GameCube games that we got, now Luigi's Mansion 2 being a DS game, so we'll stick with Paper Mario for this sake as well, for at least for right now. Paper Mario is coming in at $60, $59.99, typical standard price for a Nintendo Switch game. However, we did get Metroid Prime Remastered for $40, and that game was one of the best games of the year on Nintendo Switch. The way it runs, the way it looks, it is a phenomenal game, and for a $40 price point, it is one of the best deals you can get on Nintendo Switch. Now, looking at Paper Mario, though, we're obviously getting this at $60 because it feels like Nintendo is valuing the Mario name, essentially, more than Metroid. Now, maybe the goal here was to be able to sell more Metroid copies, because if it's at $60, maybe less people pick that up, because there's not as many Metroid fans, whether or not they would decide to pick up Metroid Prime at that $60 price point. Nintendo wanted just to be able to move more copies of that game, to maybe get that Metroid name out there a little bit more before Prime 4 eventually comes. So that's fine, I get that. But the fact that it's still inconsistent with Paper Mario now, though. So I think that's great that Metroid Prime got the good deal of a game, but now Paper Mario coming in at $60, it's just inconsistent. It's another GameCube game, it's another first-party GameCube game, and it's coming out at $20 more. We also got the Superstars 3D. That was a $60 game, but we got 3 Mario games. So that's also interesting to kind of note that we got 3 games for the price of 1, essentially. Now we are back to getting, you know, a old GameCube game that does look nicer. You know, it does look like they've done a lot to this game to make it look and run better. But this is definitely not the same work that they had to put in for Prime Remastered, I would think, at least based off of what it looks like they've done. So whether or not we believe that, that's kind of just the debate that we've got going on right now. So if we set that aside, though, people seem to now not really be caring, because as of yesterday, Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door is officially sold out. Pre-orders on Amazon. Now, there's other ways to get this game still, so it's not like there's every pre-order sold out. It's just on Amazon specifically. But that is an interesting thing to note, that physical copies essentially have, and I would believe this is also deals with their digital release, the codes that they've been given or whatever for Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. They do have some stock at locations outside of the US. I'm sure we could still probably pick it up at GameStop or at Best Buy or at Target or Walmart, wherever you kind of go to get your games. I'm sure you're going to be able to get a copy of this eventually. Or they probably still have copies right now, at least for pre-order. So it's not like it's going to be crazy difficult to come by, but it's just interesting to note that this is already sold out. Now, Princess Peach, as I said, comes out tomorrow, and this is the game that's on the top of Amazon sales charts. And it's a pre-order for a game that comes out in May. So I think that right now this is signaling to me and to Nintendo probably that fans don't care that this game is $60. They want to pick this up. Now, this partially could be due that this is actually going to be the cheaper way to play Paper Mario currently on the official Nintendo hardware, that is. So if you want to play Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door on the GameCube, you don't have a copy of it, it's going to cost you upwards of $100 plus in the secondary market on eBay, probably if it like $89 at like a local game store. it's going to cost you $100 plus to get a copy of this game. Now for $60, you're going to be able to get an upscaled, nice version on Nintendo Switch. So I think that's probably the bigger reason that we're seeing this game sell like that, because on the secondary market, this is a very difficult game to come by, and it's expensive. So I think that might be something that we see from Nintendo going forward, is maybe we see some of these classic games that maybe are more expensive on the secondary market. You know, Nintendo definitely wants their cut of the pie on anything, and if fans are forking over cash for Paper Mario on the secondary market, Nintendo can come in and undercut the secondary market on the new console with a cheaper version of the game and a better version of the game, in all honesty, because of the way that they're able to then tweak things and make things look nicer and run better for the new system. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Luigi's Mansion 2. Now, I do not think that this will sell like Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. It wasn't the classic game that it was. You know, it's a DS game that's being brought over rather than a GameCube game. And the Thousand Year Door is critically acclaimed. Fans love this game. It's one of the best it's probably the best Paper Mario game. It's also one of the best games on the GameCube. So I think there's a lot to take away from that. But it is interesting to note that this game is sold out on Amazon, and I think that, you know, despite a lot of the inconsistencies that we're seeing from Nintendo on pricing and things like that, it hasn't really swayed fans, obviously, because people are still putting down their hard-earned cash to pre-order this game. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts down below, though. What do you guys think? Are you picking up Paper Mario Thousand Year Door? Are you going to pre-order it? Do you want to wait and see what, you know, may come from the reviews? Have you already played it? Maybe you don't want to play it again because you've already tickled your fancy with it, I guess. I definitely will be picking this up. This is one of my favorite games. So the $60 price point, you know, was a little bit annoying to me after we saw, you know, what they did with Metroid Prime Remastered. But it was, you know, it was inevitable. This is what we knew were going to happen with Mario specifically. So I'd love to hear your thoughts down below, though. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button, like this video on your way out. It really does help. I appreciate it. And until next time, catch you later.